Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Northeastern Conference Boys Soccer. Salem High School, 7-5 under Coach Mike Collins, taking on the outstanding Link Glasgow Rams at 10-1-3. They've only lost one game, and that wasn't in the conference. That was outside the conference. Under their new coach, Eric Moreno Jr. Glasgow in the green, and I still can't get used to the visitors wearing white. They bang it off Salem. Alamasi will take the throw in. And it goes out off Malara. Overcast gray day. Rain is the prediction. Luke Mark Anu will take the throw in for Salem. Headed away by Alabasi. Out off Salem. Out off Salem's Oscar Kraft. Actually, Renee Jinju, it went off. Salem will get a free kick. Loose. Salem gets a head on it. They walk in. Blocked nicely by the goaltender. Cortez came out, made a terrific save. Squeezing through the defenders were Renee Jinju. And he blasted it, and Cortez got a piece of it and deflected it wide. What an outstanding save. Alabasi knocks it deep. Salem controlling it in the early going. Doko just kept it in. Tipping it ahead. Glasgow knocks it away. Salem coming right back. Tipped and knocked away by Edward Santos. Glasgow can't get going as yet. They pick it off. They dump it ahead. They try to tip it back. It got blocked by the defense of Salem. Marin takes it away. Salem takes it away from him. And they dump it ahead to Jinju. Pop up. And here's Pena playing that center field position, kicking it away. And Salem coming back on the Glasgow end. Alabasi broken up. Gets it back. Broken up again. And it's knocked out off Alabasi. And Doku will throw it in. Uendi Doku. Headed away a couple of times. Tipped ahead. Doku picks it off. Toko gets it back, trying to get around and through, and it goes off Glasgow. It went off Zalea. Glasgow trying to control it, knocked to the middle. Salem winds up with it. They bang it off Glasgow, out of play. One good shot, dead center, wide open in front of the net. Cortez made a tremendous save to keep Salem off the board. Glasgow heads it away. Classical pushes it up. Salem collects. And Classical taking it back down that far side. They knock it deep. They knock it too deep. Andreas Kapoglis. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He bangs it near midfield, bounces past midfield. He's in net for Salem. Salem controlling again. Salem coming back. Pushed it too far ahead. Picked off by Molina Orellana. And Malara brings it up. Deflected off Classical. They get it back. They knock it deep. And coming out is Kapoglis. And he'll kick it away. Classical knocks it down. That was Ixlage who knocked it down, but Salem gets it back. And they knock it out of play. Quick throw in for Classical coming down that far side. And Salem's going to knock it out. And Classical's going to get a corner kick. I believe it'll be Ixlage who will take it. Coming from the far side. This is the closest Classical has come in the first 7 minutes. The deepest penetration. They kick it out in front. Classical got a head on it. Knocked away and then saved on the return shot. It got deflected right on the foot of Zelaya, and he one-timed it, and Kapoglis made the save, and the defense cleared away. So both goaltenders have made very nice saves in the early going. And now it gets knocked out by Jose Rafael Flores, and Alabasi will throw it in. Headed out again by Flores. Trying to get in the middle, it got broken up. Classical under pressure almost took it away. Now they take it away. Salem breaks it up. And Salem coming back the other way. They knock it deep. Alabasi is there to knock it away. Upfield to Marin. They get in the middle. Knocked away. Down the far side, Ixlage. Trying to go cross field. It got broken up by Flores. And hustling is Zelaya to get a piece of it and knock it away. Ixlage looking for it. Tips it ahead. Knocked away again. Salem will finally get there and knock it out. He almost knocked it out in the street. He tried to give it up front. They pushed it a little too far. It went out of play. Salem will get the throw in. Back to Zelaya. Tips. Marin looking for it. His pass picked off. It gets by Alabasi. Sliding, nice play, Malara. Salem takes it away. Zalayer is there to knock it back. Tipped ahead. It's going to go too far. It's going to go out of play. Salem will get to kick it away. 10 minutes into the scoreless first half, Salem and Classical. Classical trying to win every game they can, trying to get a very high seed in the tournament. They're already in the tournament. Salem with 4 more games to play, counting this one, needs 2 wins. All 4 ties in the 4 games. Obviously like to win out and go 11-5 and maybe have a shot at a home game. Classical should very easily get a home game if they win out. They haven't lost in the conference, but they got some big games coming up against Everett and Malden. Trying to knock it deep, picked off by Pena. Robles broken up. Salem coming back the other way. Knocked away by Robles. They knock it deep, and they call Classical offside. Salem will get to kick it away. Salem head first, Classical, now another Classical head, Robles. Robles collects, trying to knock it deep, and they knock it back to Kapoglis. He kicked it high in the air. Classical controls. They drop it back. Alabasi driving it out in front. Tipped away from the net. Shot high over the net, wide right and out of play. Pushed ahead. Navoa. Navoa's the leading scorer for Classical. Got a lot of big games for the Rams. They kick it to the middle. And it gets deflected away by Salem. Flores looking for it, tipped away from him. Knocking it deep. Zalayer was there to knock it away. And it goes out off Salem. Nice try by Molina Orlana. He was getting bumped a little bit by the defender, trying to get around him. Couldn't get all the way around. Tried to get the shot off. It sailed wide right and out of play. And Kapoglis will kick it away. Follow the bouncing ball. Classical tips it back. Zalayer gets it up front. Alabasi's pass picked off and cleared away by the defense. Knocked back. Salem player went down, landed on top of the ball, but cleared it away, and Salem will take it the other way. Picked off by Molina Orlana. Tipping it back. Glasgow just got a piece of it. Salem knocking it deep down the far side. Pena hustling along with Jeffrey Robles. Knocked it away. Both teams have had one good shot. Both teams have had goaltenders make saves. Now they blow the whistle for something. I'm not sure what that was for. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. They're giving Glasgow a free kick. Salem takes it back the other way. Glasgow picks off the pass. Robles down that far side. Knocks it way too deep. That went, as soon as he hit, that was gone. Kapaglis will kick it away. Line drives it. Robles picks it off. Broken up, got it back. Broken up, got it back. And it was finally broken up by Quinn Galante Barrett. Pena knocks it back the other way. Robles trying to get it, can't. Pass a little bit behind, going down. Glasgow takes it away. Trying to knock it deep, they banged it off a Salem player. And now the Glasgow player gets tripped and goes down. Robles, Glasgow gets a free kick and they take it very quickly. Trying to throw it in front, collision out in front, and I think they're going to call Amaya. He ran right into the defender and took him down. When the pass came across, he wasn't going to be able to get the ball. So he did a little hip check, ran over the defender, and they called it, and Salem will kick it away. He would have had a good opportunity if they could have got that pass across to Amaya. Pop up again, takes a big bounce. Kapazis out of the net, grabs it and holds on, and bangs it out to midfield and beyond. Glasgow kicks it away. Trying to throw it to the far side. Now they do throw it to the far side. And he tried to lead Robles to the net, and they kicked it too far. Kapaglis comes over and takes it away and boots it away. Off a Salem head. And got knocked out off Salem. Salem waiting to make substitutions. Salem knocks it out. Now they'll make the substitutions. halfway through and counting. The scoreless first half, Northeastern Conference, Classical and Salem. Classical hasn't lost a game in the conference. I think they got a couple of ties. The game they lost was out of conference. And Classical picks it off, they tip it ahead. Navoa trying to walk in, just got tipped away by the defense. Classical keeps it in. Salem takes it away. Classical takes it back. Putting it deep. Robles back there trying to get it. He comes away with it. He couldn't get a real good, so he got a good hard shot off, but couldn't get a lot on it because he was slipping and falling and the ball was bouncing almost knee high. Had Molina Orlana broken up. Classical gets it back. They try to tip it ahead to Robles. Salem got a piece of it. Robles keeps it in. Alabasi knocks it ahead. Navoa took it away. If he could have just taken it away and gone, he would have walked in. He had to wait for it. He had to come back and get it. And that allowed Salem to come back and break him up, not allow the breakaway. Nice pick by Navoa. Robles and Ixlaj playing catch. They try to center it, blocked and knocked away. Salem knocks it down the far side. Sliding and making the play. That's outstanding defense, Jeffrey Robles. Off Navoa. And he tried to tip it ahead to Navoa. Salem got a piece of it. Now they tip it ahead. Navoa's onside. Walking in, takes the shot, and knocks it home. He looked back to say, "Am I onside?" And they said, "Yes, you are." Rapaglis came out to try and cut down the angle. And Navoa, the leading scorer for Classical, just blasted it by him. It was kind of funny. They gave the nice pass across. Navoa breaking down the near side. And he was so far out in front that he looked back expecting the official to say offside. When he realized he wasn't, he just took off and ripped it by Rapaglis. And with just under 17 minutes, 4 ticks under 17 minutes left in this first half, Classical grabs a 1-0 lead over Salem. So Classical strikes first. Salem had control early on, territorial-wise, and then Classical has picked up the pace. And it's funny, I look at Gabriel Navoa. He's the big scorer. I hadn't seen him. I hadn't mentioned his name. I didn't see his number out there. I didn't even know if he was playing. And then all of a sudden they said, "Oh, there he is, going in all alone and scoring." They knock it deep. Cortez slides out and gets there before Doku can get there. They knock it deep. Salem's back there to clear it away. They almost sent Navoa in again. Robles just saved it. And now Salem knocks it away. Classical picks it off. Salem gets it back. And all of a sudden, it's got very dark here at Manning Field. It's like somebody turned the lights out, and there weren't many lights on. It's supposed to rain hard tonight. Pena knocks it away. Funny how it just all of a sudden it got really dark. I don't call Classical, and he went up and caught Robles on the arm. Salem will get a free kick. "15 minutes and counting in this first half. 1-0 Classical, looking for their 11th win of the season. Coach Eric Moreno doing a terrific job with this Classical team. It's funny, Eric Moreno Jr. and his father, Eric Moreno Sr., is the new head coach at Tech. It appears as though they're both going to make the state tournament. That ball came up and hit Salem, so Classical is going to get a free kick. Salem pulls it around, takes the shot, drills it way up over the net, high over the crossbar, out of play. The DPW guy who works here, overseeing the field and such, can't turn the lights on. They're on some kind of a timer, and that's good if it's midsummer and sun is shining brightly. And we've had instances where the sun is shining brightly and the lights go on when we don't need them. And now we might need them shortly because it was overcast and a little bit dark to begin with. Now it really turned dark. Classical trying to clear it away, knocked it out. Off several heads before Classical finally controls. Novoa broken up, gets it back. Knocks it to the far side. Salem will clear it away. Nice little shift. You get it back to Malara. You get it to the near side to Alabasi. And broken up by Salem. They knocked it away. They hurry and get it. They kick it out in front. Salem trying to walk in. They shot from a really tough angle by Edward Santos. I think if he was hoping somebody was coming down from the far side, he put too much mustard on it. He just drilled it across the front of the net, all the way from the near side to the far side and out of play. Salem's going to get called for leaning on. I think that was Gomez they were leaning on. Classical will kick it away. And they drill it deep. They let it go. Kapaglis will come out and boot it away. Salem trying to get something started. They wind up pushing it all the way back to that deep center fielder. In the middle, Glasgow picks it off. Tipped ahead. It gets by everybody, and now they're going to kick it away. And it's going to go out of play. Put away by Luke Mark Anu. Glasgow will get a corner kick. Coming from the far side, Glasgow will make a substitution. 10 minutes and counting left in this first half. 1-0 Glasgow on a goal by Gabriel Navoa. They blow the whistle to do it again because the sub was still leaving the field. Hooking it out in front. Glasgow got a body on it. Couldn't get a good shot. Now they try to get the shot. And it went high and wide and off to the right side. That was Pena with the kick. Sway has to hustle all the way back to that deep center field spot he plays when he goes in and around the net trying to get a piece of the ball or trying to get a head on it, keep it alive, try to score off the corner kick. Then he has to hustle back to his defensive spot. Glasgow keeps it in. Navoa knocks it ahead. Just slightly behind Alex Amaya. He was breaking. If that ball was in front of him, he was going to walk in for a chance. The ball was just slightly behind. It went off his back foot, or the back of his foot, and he couldn't get the shot off. They were that close to have a very good scoring opportunity. Salem was getting it into Glasgow territory easily in first half of this first half. Glasgow's really picked up the pace. And Salem has trouble. They get it in. Walking in, can't get the shot off. Nice defense. Pena with the nice defense. Wouldn't let Santos get a shot off. Well, a substitution for each team. Corner kick coming from the near side. Headed away by Glasgow. And we're going to Salem play it down. Salem's going to get a free kick. And they're going to give it to him just outside the 20-yard line. He can certainly reach the net from here. And little too much foot. He got it dead center of the net, just high enough to go over the top crossbar. Glasgow will make another substitution. Pena will kick it away. Out past midfield. And Salem's going to kick it. I thought they were kicking it out of play, but it didn't go. It got knocked out by Amaya. Maya got a head on it but couldn't keep it in. Headed away by Zalea. Ixlas with it. They knock it deep, and Kapoglis will come almost to the 10-yard line and pick it off. 5 minutes and counting left in this half. Off Alabasi's head, it's going to go out of bounds. And we'll have a Salem and a classical substitution before Owendi Daku throws it in. Flores knocks it all the way back. Broken up by Classical. He knocked it deep, and Classical's going to get called for offside. A little late whistle, they were offside, no question. But it was when they finally got the ball and looked like they were going to break in, that's when they blew the whistle. So Salem will kick it away. They really haven't got close to the two goaltenders. Navarro with the breakaway scored the goal. Classical had a shot from out in front off a loose ball that Kapoglis made the save on. And then Jinju was left alone out in front, dead center, out in front of Cortez, and tried to get it by, and Cortez made a great diving save and tipped it away, and then the defense helped him by clearing it away. And other than that, Cortez come out of the net a couple of times that dove on one. Nothing really tough saves. That first one in the early minute or two was the only real chance that Salem has had in this first half, with 2.5 minutes left. Salem will clear it away. Pena hustles, and it went out, and they're calling it off Classical. So 2 minutes and counting left in this first half. They're going to call Classical for the contact. The ball popped straight up in the air. There was a little bit of a push, and they got caught. Salem will kick it away as we're winding down this first half. Navarro's breakaway goal, the difference. Headed away by Alabasi. There's Zalea knocking it deep. They let Kapoglis come out and get it. He doesn't bother kicking it, he throws it upfield. To the near side. Knocking it back. Flores Gets it to the middle. Broken up. Glasgow pushes it away. And it gets knocked out by Quinn Galante Barrett. Closing moments of this first half. Slipping and falling is Nelson Ramirez. They knock it deep, and they knock it deeper. Hustling back was Pena, covering up, knocking it away. And they blow the whistle, and that's going to be the end of the half. So Navoa got a clean breakaway and beat the Salem goaltender, and that's where we are at halftime. Lynn Classical 1, Salem nothing. I don't know where they're from. I came out the other day, so the Baz box and foul lines in. And what the hell was that for? Nobody playing it. Very quickly, Robles comes in and slams it home. It took Classical a while to get going in the first half. Didn't take them long in the second half. He played well in the first half. Jenna Robles came in and banged it home. And very quickly, Classical, must have been the lights turned on. The lights come on, it got much brighter here. And that pumped up the Rams because they now lead it 2-0 on the goal by Jenna Robles. And here he comes again. He threw it past behind Amaya. That might have been a scoring opportunity also. Amaya was there in a position to at least make another pass or possibly get a shot on net, but the pass was behind him and it got kicked out by Classical. Hustling down. Classical looked like they were going to try and save it, and they faked it, and they let it go out of play. Salem couldn't keep it in. A nice hustle play by Zelaya. In the middle, they tried to knock it deep, and it got knocked down by Quint Galante Barrett. Malara gets in the middle to Molina Orlana. Alabasi lost it. Zalea's there to help out, knock it away. Broken up. Navoa with a couple of shifts, trying to make the pass. Now he knocks it through, but a little too much mustard. Kopoglis comes out, picks it off, and he'll kick it away. High, booming kick out past midfield. It gets headed by Classical back the other way. And one of the few times Cortez, this is the only time I can remember that he has kicked the ball away. It might have been one time in the first half. He didn't have to do a lot. Body's going down on the side. They called it off Classical. Off Salem, Classical. They threw it in, and the official blew the whistle because he said they were calling Salem for contact, and it was supposed to kick it. So it's a free kick for Classical, not a throw-in. Classical knocks it back the other way. Navoa gets a piece. His pass is broken up. He breaks it up and gets it back. And now he throws it too far. Out of play. Salem couldn't keep it in right at the Classical bench area. Skips past trying to tip it to the middle. Salem pushes it back upfield. Pena. They knock it all the way back to Galante Barrett. And it goes out off Salem. DeLeon with the throw in. And Jinju gets around, throws it upfield, and it went out off Salem. DeLeon again will throw it in. And it goes off Navoa. And they're saying that Salem got in and got an elbow on it and went off Salem's elbow. And they're giving it to Classical. It was right in front of me. I didn't think anybody touched it except Navoa. But they're going to give DeLeon another throw-in. And he'll get another one as it's knocked out by Anu. Knocked deep. And Salem has it broken up. They bang it up and they knock it off Pena, out of play. Luke Mark Anu throws it in. Ixlage broke it up. Robles gets around. Lost it. Gets it back. Nice little shift. Pass picked off. Classical looking to get it back. And then reaching in was Anu. It was going to go out off Classical. And I thought Anu stuck a foot in there and knocked it out, but they're calling it off Classical. They knock it loose. Getting around down the near side, Navoa keeping it in. Malara in the middle, DeLeon. Molina Orlana throws it all the way to the far side. That was Alabashi broken up. Salem takes it away. Robles broken up. Pena stuck a foot in and knocked it out as Jan Michael Cologne went airborne. Kurt Colosius was set to throw it in. Instead, it will be Quinn Galante Barrett. And it's not a throw-in. They call him Pena for contact. So it's a free kick. They hook it to the middle. They got what they wanted. They got a head on it. But the header went wide left and out of play. Anu got a head on it, but couldn't get it to the net. They knocked it deep. Salem picks it off. He almost gave it away. They threw the pass behind Galante Barrett, but he was able to recover. Classical, and he almost gave that away. They threw it, didn't put much mustard on it. It just kind of rolled from one side to the other. Salem almost picked it off. They could have walked in. Just got knocked away. Knocked to the middle by Ixlage. Salem gets there first. Nice little shift, but Robles sneaking up behind took it away. Salem gets it back. Lead pass, threw it too far. Edward Santos, and it goes out of play. That one gets booted right into the Salem bench area. Navoa tried to tip it by, got blocked. Now Klasko blocks it, takes it away. In the middle. Salem looked like they were going to get it first. Hustling was De Leon to knock it away. Salem trying to come back. Zalea hustled over and knocked it away. They get it to the middle, looking for a shot. They take the shot. It just rolls in. Cortez with the easy save. Off the foot of Luke Mark Anu. Oscar with a break. Ixlage coming down. Threw it in the middle. And they Amaya tipped it ahead, but just a little bit too far because Kapoglis was able to come out and dive on it. Nice try by Ixlage and Amaya. Ixlage made a great rush. Amaya got the pass, pushed it by the defender, and just pushed it about a foot too far. Kapoglis was able to come out and grab it and hold on. Popped up off Salem. Off Doku.
10-1-2. The Globe ranking just came out with 16.
Salem will get to kick it away. Klasko was offside. Galante Barrett will get his foot into it. Salem takes it away nicely. Lead pass broken up by Klasko. Galante Barrett pushes it to the far side and pushes it out of play. Klasko will get the throw in. And we'll have a substitution for Klasko. Tipped ahead. Navoa knocks it deep. Robles with it. Out in front. Knocks it home. Navoa with the nice pass. Robles went around the defense, got a head on it. Wouldn't let the defensive player take him out. That's a pretty goal by Jenna Robles. He just kept battling. He wouldn't let the defender take him out. He pushed it ahead, got around the defender, got a good clear shot, and got it over the head under the top crossbar. And it bounced in, and Klasko grabbed a 3-0 lead. 2 in a row by Robles has given Klasko a lot of breathing room after Navoa gave him a 1-0 lead at halftime. Robles picks off the pass. drops it down. They knock it away from Navoa. Robles takes it away. He gets knocked down for his efforts. Salem winds up with it, and a pass too far upfield, out of play. Glasgow will get the throw in. Robles is like a blue-collar worker. He got a little bit of finesse handling the ball, but he battles, he bumps, makes contact, tries to get position any way he can. He doesn't back down from anybody. Broken up, Robles with it. And he winds up on the turf more than anybody does. Broken up by De Leon. Robles winds up with it. And he tried to knock it deep. Headed away by Flores. Ixlage picked it, but he knocked it down and went too far, and Salem got it back. Popped up. Ixlage winds up with it. Pushing the bill to Navoa. Drops it back. They kick it to the near side to De Leon. Robles again, walking around. Molina Orellana has to go back and get it. Salem breaks it up. Glasgow takes it away. Salem takes it back. Broken up by Malara. DeLone got a foot on the pass, but they're going to get called for taking I think it was Oscar Kraft, I think they took down as Salem makes wholesale changes. You're going to get can't miss that one. Molina Orellana was looking to get a head on, and Oliver Finnegan gave him a little two-hand shove from behind. Now they kick it deep, and they let it go all the way through to Kapoglis. Long kick, deep in a classical end. Zelaya knocked it away. And Zelaya knocks it away again. Robles winds up with it. Malara to the far side. Gets the return pass. Trying to get it to the net. It got blocked. It gets knocked out by Salem into the Glasgow bench area. Glasgow got around one, but they pushed it too far and lost it. Salem coming back. Back checking by Molina Orellana takes it away. De Leon with it. Upfield. Ixlage looking to try and get around. Takes the shot. Big time save by Kapoglis. Ixlage with a bullet looking for that far post. Glasgow knocks it out. Alex Ixlage gave that ball a shot going for the far post, and Kapoglis with the diving save got a hand on it and knocked it away. Substitution for Salem. Knocked out by Salem into the Salem bench area. Classical with the quick throw in. Novoa had it, got tipped around. Novoa gets it back, knocks it deep for Robles. And Robles trying to get a foot on it. He did, popped it up. He had no chance to get it anywhere near the net. Kapoklis was coming out. Jan Michael Cologne was bearing down on him. And he just got a foot on it, popped it high over the net and out of play. And Kapoklis will kick it away. And here comes Robles. It seems like he had his foot on the ball 90% of the time. Salem's going to kick it out. It went out originally, and that's going to give Classical a corner kick. Ixlaz will take it from the near side. Line drive, Classical got a head on it. And Classical got it back, and when he tried to throw it in front, it got blocked. They get it to the middle, Novoa. Line drive, got too much foot. Dead center of the net, but high and over the net. Off the pass from Molina Orellana. It got kept alive by Albin Asani. Wind up with a scoring opportunity, had a good chance. Get a little less foot in that one. Line shot easily went over the net by a bunch and out of play. Try to knock it deep, it got broken up. Try to knock it deep, it got broken up again. Ixlaz controls, knocked away from him. Classical picked off the pass. Salem knocks it out. Knocked away from Novoa. Popped up, bouncing around. Molina Orellana got a foot on it, controlled it, made the pass. Salem picks it off. Broken up nicely by De Leon. I gets knocked downfield deep and out of play. Off Salem. De Leon will take the throw in. And they push him back. Halfway through and counting the second half. Two quick goals by Robles has opened up a 3-0 lead after Novoa got him a goal on a breakaway in the first half and gave them 1-0 lead at the break. It goes off Salem. Classical will get the throw in down deep. They knock it all the way back to Pena. De Leon trying to tip it ahead, got blocked, and finally gets knocked out by Kurt Kolosius. And it's going to go out off Classical's throw-in. De Leon with it, knocks it ahead, skips past Novoa. And Galante Barrett knocks it deep. It gets by everybody. And they'll tip it back to Cortez. Upfields Molina Orellana. Gets it back. Gets tripped and taken down. Classical will get a free kick. And they were looking to go very quickly. Officials Thought they went too quick. They're going to bring it back and do it again. Just inside midfield. The kick is deep. And Ixlai's got a head on it, but tipped it wide left and out of play. And Salem will make a change. I think Salem told me they only have 4 games left, counting this one, which would mean they would only be playing 16 games. Contact called. Glasgow's going to get a free kick. Pena will take it. Headed toward the net by Marin, but it was wide right. Kapoglis came out and got it, booted it deep to the classical end. Pena will tip it back to Cortez, and he'll give it back to Pena. Salem almost broke that up. Pena got it back. De Leon back to Pena, trying to knock it deep, too far for Novoa. Picked off by Classical. Salem just can't get anything going offensively. They knock it deep for Novoa. His pass blocked by Galante Barrett. Novoa with it again in the middle. Sound, he knocked it to the far side. Classical takes it all the way back. Winds up with Pena on the near side with De Leon. Robles, Large with the give and go. Now they're going to call Classical offside. Robles gave it back to Ixlaj and then broke to the net, but he was way out in front. And they blow the whistle for the offside. Trying to get to it. Hassan, he got to it, got a foot on it, and drilled it way out of bounds. Salem will make a substitution. Haskell trying to knock it deep. They had Novoa breaking. Galante Barrett made a nice defensive play and broke it up. Robles trying to get around, did get to the middle. Novoa couldn't get the shot off. It got tipped to the net. Robles battling, winds up with it, and then Robles gets run over. Jan Michael Cologne just backed up over. It's going to be a corner kick, not quite a corner kick. It's going to come out further. Almost just outside the end zone on the near side. De Leon will take it. Everybody milling around. And 1 minute, everybody's going to break to the net. Pops it up. Gets by everybody. Navoa shot into a maze of players, got blocked, popped in the air, and then wound up with Classical offside. Classical's really beaten Salem to loose balls. Salem has done virtually nothing in the second half. Robles too far ahead for Navoa. Knocked back. Molina Orlando battling. And that's Malaro kicking it out of play. Salem will make another substitution. Too far ahead for Chris Viana. Sam will let it go out of play as Classical knocks it too far. Turquoise ahead. Clausen got broken up. Ixlage. Back. De Leon all the way back to Pena. Down the far side. Lead pass for Marin. Trying to catch Asani breaking in the middle. This Robles with a little two-hand push. Salem's going to get a free kick, but they'll make a substitution first. Robles tips it to himself, throws it in front. Behind, Marin looking for the shot. Can't get the shot off. Looked like he was going to get the shot off, and they caught up, got a piece of him, bumped him away, and knocked the ball out. Good defense by Salem. De Leon overran it. And Malara took the pins out from under Olafamoyan. No call on the play. Pena trying to let it go. Salem trying to keep it in. And it went out. They knock it deep to midfield, headed back by Classical. Molina Orlana controlled. Picked off. De Leon broke it up. Salem trying to walk in. Pena steps up, knocks it away. As I said, Salem just can't get anything going. They haven't got any legitimate shots. On the net. And that's the second time that Jan Michael Colon has taken Robles down, and the official is giving him a talking to. He just went down, took the pins out from under Robles. Pena will kick it away. Drives it deep. Classical got a piece of it. Kapaglis will come out of the net, grab it, and boot it away. Scoots it deep past midfield. Glasgow got a foot on it. DeLeon breaks it up, tips it back. Pena tried to knock it upfield. He knocked it actually to Malaro. It wasn't supposed to go there. Now a little behind the back pass by Pena goes out of bounds. 7 minutes and counting in this one. Glasgow's going to get their 11th win. They've only lost once. They haven't lost in the conference. They do have a tie. I think Coach Moreno told me, he told me they tied Winthrop. The loss was outside the conference. Headed upfield. Lost. Glasgow tips it ahead. Robles knocks it deep to the far side. Headed away by it was Tercios that hustled back and broke up that pass. Robles again throws it in. Headed into the net. Robles will get an assist. They threw it across. For a minute, I thought they were going to call Glasgow offside. But Matthew, they call it, I have pronounced it in the past, Julio, but they pronounce it Julio. A nice pass by Robles out in front, and Julio got his head on it and knocked it in. And hustling, but they can't keep it in. So a little more icing on the cake, and they celebrated. Glasgow got a lot of their second team in, taking on a lot of their regulars. They take the shot, easy play for Cortez, and that's been the story. Anything that Salem has got to net has just, Cortez got a very good look at it, played it on a couple of hops. With one exception, there was one play in the very early moments when Rene Ginju was right out in front by himself with the ball and trying to nail it by. And they're going to take Cortez out. And that Cortez made a real nice save, diving. He got a hand on it and knocked it away. Who's that in that?
Alex Juarez.
I got a roster, but it doesn't say who the second goal is. It's Alex Juarez who is in net. And this is one of the few times that Salem has been this deep with the ball. They have a corner kick. They haven't had too many of these. Cortez hasn't had to work hard. One good save with the score 0-0, like a minute or two in the game. Other than that, everything has been from long range, played it on a couple of hops, easy saves, and there haven't been too many of those. Headed away by Classical. The ball goes to the turf. Classical will clear it away. Trying to knock it to the net. They knocked it wide to the short side. Out of play. Classical will kick it away. So Navoa got a breakaway goal in the first half, late. Salem kind of dominated early going, territorial-wise, not shot-wise, except for that one shot by Jinju. And then Navoa got a breakaway, and it was such a breakaway, you were able to look back and ask if the official, are you blowing the whistle for me offside? And when he realized he wasn't offside, he kept going and blasted it by Kapoglish. And as of right now, that's all Classical is needed. They get out very quickly. A minute or less into the second half, Robley's got his first of two to make it 2-0. He got a third goal to make it 3-0. And then he made a great pass across, and Matthew Giulio headed it home. And that's where we are, 4-0 Classical in the closing minutes. We're in the final 2 minutes and counting. Classical hustling to keep it in. Trying to center it. Salem got a piece of it. They knock it deep, and they knocked it too deep. And they're going to call Classical for running into Jan Michael Colon. And I think that was Nelson Ramirez. Colon punched to the head looking to go get it. And before he could go get it, he got bumped a little bit. And they blow the whistle and say that's the game. So Cortez is going to get the shutout. Robles winds up with 2 goals and an assist. Navoa got that breakaway goal. And Matthew Giulio gets a goal. And all they really needed was Navoa's goal in the first half. But they added 3 in the second half, and Classical wins it 4-0. Salem's job now for the tournament gets a little bit tighter, as they're now 7-6 on the season. Classical keeps rolling along. They pick up their 11th win. They stay undefeated in the conference. They're 10-1-3. A lot closer to winning the conference and a lot closer to get a very important home game in the state tournament. So the final score, Classical 4, Salem 0. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.